The message arrived without warning. It flickered across every communication channel on Earth, a strange combination of alien symbols and audio tones that humans had only just begun to decipher. At first, the signal seemed like a glitch or an experimental broadcast, but as the translation software worked, a single, clear message emerged, a plea for help. The voice that came through was calm, yet filled with urgency. It belonged to the Queen of the Xirin, an alien species known throughout nearby star systems for their intelligence, diplomacy, and strength. They had long been allies of humanity, sharing knowledge, resources, and technology that had allowed Earth to reach the stars faster than anyone had expected. "Help us," the Queen said. "I am captured. The warlord Arkan has taken me. If I am not freed, countless worlds will fall, including yours. Time is short. You are our last hope." Leaders and generals stared at the decoded message, trying to absorb the implications. For decades, humanity had watched the galaxy from the sidelines, wary of entangling itself in alien conflicts. But now, the stakes were clear. This was no longer about distant politics. The fate of Earth and its people could be tied to the Queen's survival. In a sprawling conference hall in Geneva, officials debated their response. "We cannot ignore this," said General Marcus Liang, his voice firm and commanding. "The Xirin have stood by us in times of need. If we abandon them, we risk losing not only allies but also access to critical technology, and we risk making a galactic enemy of Arkan. General, we don't even know if this is a trap. We have no idea who we're dealing with. Sending troops into deep space could be catastrophic." Humanity's greatest warriors, scientists, and strategists would assemble. They would undertake a mission to rescue the Queen, regardless of the danger. The Council issued orders to bring together a team unlike any the world had seen before. Captain Alina Voss was the first to receive the call. She was one of the most decorated officers in the United Space Corps, renowned for her daring missions behind enemy lines. Her record was impeccable, and her ability to think quickly under pressure had saved countless lives. When the message arrived, she was reluctant to leave Earth so suddenly, but the urgency of the Queen's plea left no room for hesitation. "I don't know if I'm ready for this," Alina said quietly to herself as she packed her gear. "But no one else can do it." His knowledge would be invaluable, but he was also painfully aware of the risks. This mission would take him into uncharted territory, against enemies he had only studied in theory. "I suppose this is my chance to prove that Earth's mind can match any alien intellect," Raj muttered, adjusting his glasses. Commander Jace Harrington was the final member of the core team. Known for his strategic brilliance, Jace had led countless successful operations, often against overwhelming odds. He was calm, calculating, and unflinching, but those who knew him well also knew that he carried the weight of past failures. The Queen's rescue offered him a chance to correct mistakes that had haunted him for years. As the team assembled at the launch facility, they faced more than the threat of outer space. They faced each other. Each member was accomplished in their own right, but strong personalities and differing philosophies created tension. Alina's direct approach clashed with Jace's careful planning, while Raj's insistence on analyzing every detail sometimes frustrated the soldiers who preferred action. Despite this, the shared purpose of the mission created a fragile bond. The vessel that would carry them into enemy territory was the Odyssey, a stealth-class ship designed for speed, durability, and adaptability. Its sleek frame could evade sensors that most alien systems could detect, and its interior was a marvel of human engineering. Every system on board had been built with the combined knowledge of Earth's finest scientists and engineers. The team walked through the corridors, inspecting the ship, familiarizing themselves with its capabilities. Alina took the captain's chair, her hands resting lightly on the controls. "This ship is fast, but speed alone won't save us," she said. "We'll need strategy, quick thinking, and a bit of luck. If we know what to expect, we can control the outcome." The team moved into hyperspace, leaving the known systems behind and entering a region controlled by Arkan, the merciless warlord who had captured the Xirin Queen. Arkan's reputation was terrifying. Entire fleets had vanished under his command, and his cruelty was legendary. The journey through deep space was not without challenge. Uncharted debris fields, rogue asteroids, and erratic gravitational anomalies tested the ship and its crew. Alina's piloting skills were pushed to the limit, weaving through danger with precision that only years of experience could produce. Raj monitored sensors and shields, predicting potential hazards and adjusting the ship's trajectory. Jace coordinated maneuvers, calculating risks and ensuring that every decision was timed perfectly. During one particularly tense stretch, the Odyssey encountered a blockade of mercenary ships, lying in wait to ambush anyone attempting to reach Arkan's territory. The team sprang into action. Laser blasts streaked across space, and the hum of engines filled the ship's cabin. Alina executed daring maneuvers that seemed impossible, narrowly avoiding collisions while keeping the Odyssey on course. Raj hacked the enemy's communication signals, sending false information to confuse them. Jace coordinated their counterattacks with precise timing, turning what could have been a disaster into a narrow victory. After the battle, the team took a moment to breathe. The adrenaline faded, leaving in its place the gravity of the mission. They were deep in enemy territory, facing a warlord whose cruelty was matched only by his cunning. The Queen's life depended on their success, and failure was not an option. As they traveled further into the frontier, the humans began to see the beauty and danger of the galaxy. Nebulas glowed in brilliant colors, massive planets loomed like ancient sentinels, and distant stars flickered like distant beacons. Yet beauty was always tempered by danger. Space was unforgiving, and one mistake could mean death. In the quiet moments, the team shared stories and began to understand each other. Alina spoke of past missions, of soldiers lost and lessons learned. Raj shared his fascination with alien civilizations, his wonder at their technology, and his fear of underestimating them. Jace, normally reserved, spoke of strategy and philosophy, of decisions that weighed on him and how the mission ahead might redeem them. Slowly, respect grew. Differences remained, but the realization dawned that each of them brought something the others could not. Human ingenuity was not just skill, it was creativity, courage, and adaptability. Alone, any one of them was powerful. Together, they were unstoppable. As the Odyssey approached the edge of Arkan's controlled space, sensors picked up an anomaly, a massive fleet moving toward them at high speed. Alina's heart pounded. "They've found us," she said. "Or maybe they've been waiting." Laser beams tore through space, ships twisted and turned, and the humans relied on every ounce of skill, intellect, and courage they possessed. For every challenge, they improvised. For every danger, they adapted. Even in the face of overwhelming odds, they moved with precision, using tactics no alien could anticipate. When the skirmish ended, the team had survived, but barely. The ambush had confirmed one thing: Arkan was aware of them, and he was prepared. The Queen's rescue would not be simple. Every step forward would be dangerous, and the humans would need every skill they had, and some they didn't yet know they possessed. As the dust of the ambush cleared, Alina looked out at the stars, determination in her eyes. "We've survived today," she said. "But the real challenge is ahead. We are going to save that Queen. We are going to show the galaxy what humanity is capable of." Above all, they carried hope, the kind of hope only humans could inspire. The journey had begun, and the galaxy would never be the same. The Odyssey surged forward, leaving the ambush behind but entering even more dangerous territory. The stars beyond were unfamiliar, their light twisted and muted by the strange nebulae that filled this sector. Every system they passed was uncharted, every signal they detected could be a trap. Alina's hands never left the controls, her eyes scanning every sensor readout, every blip, every shadow in space. "This is like navigating a storm without a map," she muttered, her voice steady despite the tension. "One wrong move and we're done." The warlord Arkan doesn't leave his territory unguarded. He's clever, calculating. If he's not attacking, he's watching. Every move we make is likely predicted. Speed and adaptability are our only advantages. It was faint, heavily encrypted but recognizable, a distress beacon from a nearby asteroid base. It wasn't the Queen's location, but it might contain information. Alina glanced at Jace. "We investigate?" she asked. Jace frowned. "Could be a trap, could be exactly what Arkan wants us to find." "Even if it is a trap, the information could be invaluable. I recommend caution, but yes, we should investigate." The base was a sprawling complex built into the rock itself, with jagged spires and towering walls of metal. It was abandoned, or so it appeared. As they approached, a sudden burst of energy hit the ship. Alarms blared. Alina twisted the controls, narrowly avoiding impact. Raj yelled, "Energy shield at 50%. They know we're here." "Keep your cool, follow the plan." Alina maneuvered the Odyssey with precision, dodging laser fire and debris. Raj tapped into the enemy systems, sending false signals to confuse the turrets. Jace coordinated every movement, giving timing and instructions to maximize effectiveness. Through teamwork and quick thinking, the Odyssey broke past the automated defenses. The crew held their breath as the ship docked at a hidden bay inside the asteroid base. It was eerily quiet, the metallic corridors echoing their footsteps. "This place gives me the creeps," Alina said, her voice low. "Stay alert." Every corner was a potential ambush. They found traces of alien technology and signs that this was once a command post for Arkan's forces. Raj worked quickly, interfacing with ancient consoles. Lines of code and alien scripts filled the screens. Minutes stretched into hours. Finally, Raj exhaled. "I found something." One location stood out, a heavily fortified orbital station known as the Iron Spire. This, Raj realized, was where the Queen was being held. The data also revealed the strength of the station's defenses, energy shields, elite guards, and an advanced AI system controlling the entire facility. Alina studied the map. "This isn't going to be easy. The Queen is in a fortress. Every exit, every entrance is monitored. We can't just storm in. We need to get out now." They had the Queen's location, but Arkan's fortress awaited, more dangerous than anything they had faced. Days passed as the Odyssey navigated toward the Iron Spire. The crew trained, planned, and prepared. Alina ran simulations of potential infiltration routes, testing every maneuver. Raj studied the AI systems, trying to find vulnerabilities. Jace developed contingencies for every conceivable threat. They also grew closer as a team, understanding each other's strengths, weaknesses, and ways of thinking. During one quiet moment, Alina and Raj stood together looking at the stars. "Do you ever wonder why we risk everything?" Alina asked. Raj smiled faintly. "Because no one else will. Humanity survives because we refuse to surrender to fear. We adapt, we fight, we create. That's who we are. Then let's make sure they regret chasing us." The enemy fleet was relentless, but the humans' creativity gave them an edge. They turned natural hazards into weapons, improvised tactics that no alien commander could anticipate, and survived attacks that would have destroyed conventional ships. Hours later, the threat was neutralized, leaving the Odyssey intact but the crew exhausted. They had proven something crucial. No matter how advanced the enemy, humanity could survive. It wasn't just technology, it was courage, ingenuity, and teamwork. As they approached the outskirts of Arkan's territory, the Iron Spire loomed ahead, a massive structure orbiting a dead planet. Its walls gleamed with energy shields, its surface bristled with weapons, and the surrounding space was patrolled by elite fighters. The Queen's prison was within. Alina stared at the fortress. "This is it. The hardest part begins now. If the Queen senses we are close, she could be in danger." Each member focused on what they did best. Alina's piloting and combat skills, Raj's technological genius, Jace's strategic mind, and the combined ingenuity of the team. They knew the risks, but they also knew their strengths. As the Odyssey moved into position near the Iron Spire, a sense of purpose settled over them. They were not just soldiers or scientists. They were humans facing impossible odds with courage and creativity. They had survived ambushes, traps, and threats in deep space. Now the true test awaited. The station's energy shields shimmered in the distance, and the hum of its defenses filled space like a silent warning. But the humans did not flinch. They had faced the unknown before, and they would face it again. They would save the Queen. They would show the galaxy that humanity was not to be underestimated. Alina glanced at her team. "Let's move," she said. "The Queen is waiting, and we are the ones who will bring her home." But the crew of the Odyssey had something no enemy could predict: the power of human ingenuity, courage, and determination. In the darkness of the galaxy, humans were about to make their mark, and nothing, not even Arkan, could stop them. The Odyssey moved silently through the shadows of the Iron Spire's orbit, its stealth systems activated to avoid detection. The massive station loomed ahead, a fortress of steel and energy, bristling with weapons and glowing shields. Every surface was monitored, every corridor controlled by the warlord Arkan's AI. The humans knew the challenge ahead would test every skill they possessed. Alina leaned in the captain's chair, eyes scanning the sensors. "This is the hardest part," she said quietly. "One mistake and we're done, but we've faced worse. Stay focused. It won't be perfect, but it will disable some defenses and give us an entry point." Using the backdoor Raj created, small sections of the station's defenses flickered offline, creating openings for the team. The Odyssey released a stealth pod, a small craft designed to slip through tight spaces, carrying Alina, Jace, Raj, and the youngest recruit, Juno, into the heart of the spire. The corridors inside were dark, metallic, and silent except for the hum of machinery. The air was cold, the lights dim, and shadows stretched unnaturally along the walls. Every turn, every intersection could hold danger. The team moved cautiously, relying on a combination of stealth and ingenuity. "This place is like a maze," Juno whispered. "I've never seen anything like it." "Don't let fear decide your actions." They were faster, stronger, and more intelligent than normal soldiers, their eyes glowing faintly under their helmets. The team's hearts pounded. There was no time for hesitation. "Here's the fun part," Alina muttered. "We improvise." Jace guided them through side corridors that were barely visible on the maps. Raj's quick hacking disabled security cameras in real time, giving them a temporary blind spot. Humanity's adaptability shone in these moments. Alien technology could not predict creativity and courage. The team moved deeper into the station, each step bringing them closer to the Queen. Along the way, they encountered environmental hazards designed to slow intruders. Magnetic fields that pulled metal objects with deadly force, energy floors that shifted unpredictably, and automated turrets hidden behind walls. Each obstacle was a test of ingenuity. Alina's quick reflexes saved them from collapsing floors, Raj's hacking neutralized deadly fields, and Jace coordinated their timing, ensuring no one moved too soon or too late. Hours passed, and the team grew exhausted but determined. The Iron Spire was designed to break intruders psychologically as well as physically. Echoes of their own footsteps, sudden noises, and flickering lights tested their nerves, yet every challenge only strengthened their resolve. They were humans, and human resilience was not easily broken. Finally, they reached a chamber that Raj identified as a key control node for the Queen's holding area. He connected his interface, bypassing layers of security protocols. The system resisted, sending false alerts and countermeasures. Raj's fingers flew over the controls, adapting with the speed of someone who had spent years learning alien systems. With a final keystroke, the system yielded, opening a pathway for the team. Alina led the way, moving cautiously into the next corridor. Their footsteps echoed softly as they approached the holding cells. The Queen was near. Her presence was palpable even before they saw her. The air seemed to shimmer with her energy, a combination of grace, strength, and authority. The holding area was guarded by both AI-controlled turrets and elite soldiers. The humans paused, analyzing the situation. A frontal assault would be suicidal. Instead, they devised a plan using misdirection, speed, and the element of surprise. Alina signaled the team. "We move on my mark. Everyone knows their role. We go fast, precise, and coordinated." Guards were disoriented, turrets disabled by Raj's interface, and the team moved like a single organism, every action calculated, every step synchronized. Juno's quick thinking allowed them to navigate a collapsing walkway, while Jace provided real-time strategy, predicting the AI's responses before they happened. At last, they reached the Queen's chamber. The door was massive, etched with alien symbols and reinforced with energy barriers. Raj connected his interface, bypassing the locks. The door hissed and slid open. Inside stood the Queen, elegant, powerful, and unbroken. Her eyes met Alina's, and a silent understanding passed between them. The humans had come to save her, and she had waited for them. "Thank you," she said softly, her voice carrying authority and calm. "I knew humanity could rise to the challenge. You must move quickly." At one point, they faced a vast atrium filled with shifting energy grids. Crossing it seemed impossible. Alina's eyes scanned the environment. "We'll use timing and physics," she said. "We calculate the sequence, move together, and make it through." Sparks flew, energy beams grazed them, but human adaptability prevailed. They reached the far side, hearts racing but triumphant. Finally, they arrived at a docking bay where the Odyssey's stealth pod waited. The Queen marveled at the human ship, her eyes reflecting wonder and respect. "This craft, the technology, humans are remarkable," she said. Alina smiled. "It's nothing compared to what we can do together. Let's get you out of here." Every second counts. Every obstacle they faced, they overcame with human ingenuity, courage, and teamwork. They emerged from the Iron Spire into open space. The Queen stood beside them, her presence calm but commanding. Arkan's fortress loomed behind them, a reminder of the dangers still ahead. But for the first time, the humans had the advantage. The Queen was free, and the knowledge of the fortress's inner workings was in their hands. Alina looked at her team. We did it. The Queen is safe, but we're not done. Arkan's forces are still out there, and the real battle has only begun. You have proven humanity's worth, not just to me, but to the galaxy. Your courage, ingenuity, and resolve are extraordinary. Together, we will ensure that Arkan's tyranny ends. They had faced impossible odds, navigated deadly traps, and rescued an entire civilization's leader. Humanity had survived again, not just because of skill or technology, but because of courage, intelligence, and the ability to adapt in ways no enemy could predict. Raj looked out at the stars. Every system we pass, every challenge we overcome, proves that humans are something special. We think, we adapt, and we never give up. The galaxy will know that courage, intelligence, and determination can overcome even the darkest forces. In the quiet of the ship, the crew reflected on their journey. They had survived ambushes, treacherous terrain, and impossible odds. They had faced the unknown and emerged victorious. And now, with the Queen in their care, they carried not just a life, but hope for countless worlds. The battle to come would be greater than anything they had faced, but they were ready. Humanity had proven again and again that ingenuity, courage, and teamwork were weapons no enemy could predict or defeat. Alina glanced at the stars ahead. Iron spire behind us. Arkan's still out there, but we will succeed. We always do. Humanity does not back down. The Queen sat in the command room, calm and composed, but the tension in the air was palpable. The team knew that what lay ahead would test every skill, every decision, and every ounce of human ingenuity. Arkan had anticipated intruders. His fortress was prepared for attack. The humans had to be smarter, faster, and braver than ever. Alina leaned over the controls, studying the station's rotating defenses. We can't attack head-on. The shields are too strong, the guns too numerous. We need a plan that Arkan can't predict. If we can disable the AI temporarily, Raj can give us access to the inner corridors. Then we synchronize everything. On my mark, we move. That is what will carry us through. The corridors were dark and cold, filled with strange hums and flickering lights. Their first challenge appeared sooner than expected. A patrol of enhanced guards turned a corner, blocking their path. Alina whispered instructions. Use the environment. Improvisation is our weapon. Jace calculated movements with precision, signaling when to move, when to duck, when to attack. Raj disabled a security panel, sending a false alert in another corridor. The guards pursued the decoy, allowing the team to slip past unnoticed. As they moved deeper, the hazards became more dangerous. Energy floors shifted unpredictably, magnetic fields pulled at metal objects, and automated drones patrolled the hallways. Each obstacle demanded split-second decisions. Alina leapt across a shifting platform, pulling Juno to safety as sparks flew around them. Raj hacked into a drone, causing it to turn on its companions. Jace coordinated timing, ensuring the team remained synchronized. Finally, they reached a large chamber containing the AI core controlling the spire's defenses. The room was filled with pulsating lights, wires, and holographic screens. The AI's presence was palpable, a silent intelligence that calculated, predicted, and controlled. Raj connected his device, fingers moving rapidly. This system, it's more complex than I imagined, he said, eyes focused. It anticipates human behavior, but I've studied it. I can find a loophole, it's just a matter of time. Even the Queen, standing nearby, remained alert, her presence calm but commanding. Suddenly, alarms blared. Reinforcements were incoming. Alina's heart pounded. Raj, how long? The humans had bought themselves a window, a few precious minutes to move deeper into the fortress. Alina led the team through hidden corridors, the Queen closed behind. They encountered elite guards, genetically enhanced soldiers trained to withstand extreme conditions. The humans fought with precision, improvising weapons, using the environment, and employing tactics no enemy could anticipate. Sparks flew, metal clashed, and every obstacle was overcome with courage and ingenuity. At one point, they faced a massive chamber filled with laser grids, shifting unpredictably. Crossing it seemed impossible. Alina's eyes scanned the patterns. We'll use timing and rhythm, she whispered. We calculate the sequence, move together, and go fast. The Queen guided them through hidden passages, her knowledge of the fortress invaluable. This way, she said, leading them to an elevator that descended into the holding area where she had been kept. The final defenses were formidable, turrets, traps, and guards, but Raj's interface allowed them to navigate without triggering alarms. At last, they reached the Queen's original cell. The energy barriers had been reactivated, but Raj quickly disabled them. The chamber was empty except for the queen herself, standing tall, calm, and aware. "You've done well," she said, "but we are not safe yet. Arkan's reach extends beyond these walls. We just need to get out of here alive." Every obstacle demonstrated the human ability to adapt, improvise, and persevere. As they approached the docking bay, a massive energy cannon came online, a weapon capable of annihilating a planet. The Queen's eyes widened. "That is Arkan's ultimate weapon," she said. "If it fires Earth." They would use the docking bay's environment to disable the cannon temporarily. Alina piloted the pod with incredible precision, dodging fire from automated defenses while Raj manipulated the cannon's controls. Jace calculated timing for every maneuver. The Queen assisted, subtly using her knowledge of energy systems to create openings. Sparks flew, alarms blared, and the cannon's systems began to fail. Guards rushed to defend it, but the humans were already moving, improvising traps and using the environment against them. The battle was chaotic, intense, and dangerous, but humanity's ingenuity turned the tide. The cannon was disabled, the guards neutralized, and the path to escape was clear. Alina glanced at the Queen. "We need to move, now. You have shown the galaxy what humans are capable of. Not just strength or skill, but creativity, courage, and determination. You are remarkable. We adapt, we improvise, and we rise to the occasion." They had survived the Iron Spire, outsmarted the AI, defeated elite guards, and neutralized a planet-destroying weapon. Humanity had once again proven its worth. In the quiet moments, the team reflected on what they had accomplished. Fear had been present, danger was constant, but their ingenuity and teamwork had carried them through. The galaxy would soon see that humans were not only survivors, they were innovators, problem solvers, and heroes. The Queen stood tall, her presence calm yet powerful. "Together we can defeat Arkan. Together we can protect countless worlds. Humanity has earned its place among the stars. For every world that depends on us." And in the darkness of space, the humans prepared to face it with ingenuity, bravery, and an unbreakable spirit that no enemy could ever predict or defeat. The Odyssey surged forward, carrying the humans and the rescued Queen toward the heart of Arkan's territory. Behind them, the Iron Spire loomed, a reminder of the fortress they had conquered, but the real battle lay ahead. Arkan's ultimate weapon, a planet-destroying cannon, was operational and aimed at Earth. The warning alarms in the ship's cabin blared, a constant reminder that time was slipping away. Every second counted. Alina's hands gripped the controls. "We know what we have to do. We take out that cannon before it fires." "Raj, any ideas?" "Alina and I create a diversion, drawing attention and engaging the elite guards. Raj and the Queen work on the AI. Timing has to be perfect. One misstep and the cannon fires." Weapons were checked, systems recalibrated, and strategy reviewed. Each member understood the stakes. Every decision, every action could save or destroy countless lives. Humanity had faced impossible odds before, and now the ultimate challenge awaited. The Odyssey approached the outer platform of the cannon station. The massive weapon glimmered under protective shields, a metallic behemoth capable of planetary destruction. Energy beams and automated drones patrolled the perimeter, and elite guards were stationed at every access point. The humans' arrival triggered alarms almost immediately. Alina piloted the ship with precision, weaving through fire from automated turrets while Jace coordinated evasive maneuvers. Sparks flew as energy beams struck the hull, but the Odyssey held strong. Raj connected to the cannon's AI through a remote interface, his fingers moving with speed and confidence. "Almost there," Raj muttered. "I just need a few more seconds." "Keep them off me." They used environmental hazards, collapsed walkways, energy conduits, and magnetic fields to their advantage, turning the station itself into a weapon. Every shot, every movement was calculated. Humanity's ingenuity shone in these moments, as no enemy could predict the unconventional tactics employed by the team. Meanwhile, Raj and the Queen reached the AI core controlling the cannon. The system resisted, sending waves of countermeasures and false alarms. Raj's mind raced. "It's adapting to me, but I can override it if I think like it, anticipate its predictions." Humans can adapt in ways it cannot, think beyond rules. Alina and Jace moved swiftly, confronting the elite guards attempting to reach the AI core. Their movements were precise, coordinated, and daring. Alina leapt over energy barriers, striking with calculated force, while Jace manipulated environmental hazards to trap the guards. Each victory was swift, each action demonstrating the unique strength of human ingenuity under pressure. The cannon's final activation sequence began, a low hum vibrating through the station. Raj's hands flew over the controls, overriding systems with incredible speed. "I've got it! Shields are down, cannon disabled temporarily. You have proven humanity's brilliance not just through strength, but through intellect, courage, and adaptability. Together, we have changed the course of the galaxy." Every obstacle was met with creativity. Laser grids were crossed with precision timing, collapsing platforms were used as weapons, and every challenge became an opportunity. Humans thrived where predictability failed, turning danger into advantage with courage and adaptability. Alina piloted the Odyssey pods for the extraction, weaving through fire and debris. The Queen entered last, stepping onto the ship with elegance and authority. As they ascended into space, the fortress below erupted in alarms and explosions. Humanity had outsmarted Arkan, neutralized his ultimate weapon, and demonstrated ingenuity that no enemy could predict. From the Odyssey, the humans watched the cannon systems implode, sparks flying and energy surging as Raj's override destabilized the weapon permanently. Arkan's forces scrambled, but it was too late. The cannon would never fire. Earth and countless other worlds were safe. The Queen turned to the team. "You have done what no one thought possible. Humans are not only brave, but clever. Your species adapts, overcomes, and prevails. Today, you have earned the respect of the galaxy. Every step we took, every problem we solved, proves that our ingenuity, creativity, and determination are unmatched. No system, no AI, no fortress can outthink a human when we work together. Humans have proven themselves worthy allies, worthy defenders, and worthy heroes. Humanity does not back down." In the quiet moments aboard the ship, the crew reflected on their journey. They had faced ambushes, deadly traps, and impossible odds. Each challenge had tested their resolve, but their determination, creativity, and unity had carried them through. They were humans, and humans never gave up. The Queen approached Alina, her voice calm but filled with warmth. "You have not only saved me, but countless lives. You have proven the value of humanity to the galaxy. Your courage and ingenuity will inspire others for generations. Humanity has proven itself, but there are more challenges ahead. We are ready for them. We always are. Today we celebrate victory. Tomorrow we face the future, stronger and united." Alina leaned back in her chair, eyes on the stars. "We did it. Against all odds, humanity triumphed, and this is just the beginning. There is so much more to explore, so much more to protect, and so much more to achieve. You have earned your place among the stars, not through strength alone, but through courage, intelligence, and unity. That is what makes us human. But our journey is far from over." And as the stars stretched out before them, the humans aboard the Odyssey knew one truth above all. No matter the challenge, no matter the enemy, humanity would always rise. They would face the unknown, adapt, overcome, and triumph. In the darkness of space, their light shone brightest.